Paramilitary fighters, traveling by vehicles, camel, and on foot, unleashed chaos in Darfur, targeting the last bastion of the Sudanese military. This latest episode of violence has resulted in the deaths and detainment of hundreds, marking a grim chapter in a conflict that has persisted for more than 31 months. The Rapid Support Forces, or the RSF, seized control of el-Fasher, the North Darfur state's capital, which the head of the United Nations referred to as a terrible escalation of the ongoing strife. Reports from medical organizations indicated that since the RSF took over the military base in el-Fasher on October 26th, they have killed numerous civilians and detained hundreds more. In an attempt to protect civilians from escalating violence, the Sudanese army announced its withdrawal from the city after enduring over a year of attacks from the RSF. Military Chief General Abdel Fattah Burhan said the army retreated because of the systemic destruction and the systemic killing of civilians by the RSF. The conflict erupted in April 2023 after escalating tensions between the Sudanese military and the RSF transformed into full-scale combat in the capital of Khartoum and other regions across the nation. Here's all you need to know. Since 2023, a paramilitary group has been engaged in a struggle for control of Sudan, and it has successfully driven the army from its final bastion in the western Darfur region amid intense clashes. The army's retreat from el-Fasher has left over 250,000 individuals, about half of whom are children, under the dominion of the Rapid Support Forces. Aid organizations have reported scenes of chaos, including confrontations between the RSF and the retreating military, along with their remaining allies. The United Nations has accused the RSF of carrying out executions of civilians. The capture of el-Fasher by the RSF may signal a potential division of Sudan more than 10 years following the establishment of South Sudan. The Sudan Doctor Network, a medical group monitoring the conflict, characterized the assault by the RSF as a heinous massacre, reporting that many lives were lost in the incident. In various areas of el-Fasher, RSF fighters unleashed chaos, plundering hospitals and numerous medical establishments, and destroying what remained of essential life-supporting and healthcare infrastructure, the network said in a statement. According to the Darfur Network for Human Rights, the RSF has apprehended more than 1,000 civilians, characterizing these actions as systematic targeting of civilians, arbitrary detentions, and potential acts amounting to war crimes. A local journalist, reportedly one of the last remaining in the city, was included among those detained, as stated by the Sudanese Journalists Union. The organization issued a warning regarding the possibility of mass violations occurring in el-Fasher, reminiscent of the tragic events in Janaina, another city in Darfur, in 2023, where hundreds lost their lives at the hands of RSF fighters. The Doctors Union, which serves as the collective organization representing the medical professionals of Sudan, said the RSF turned el-Fasher into a brutal killing field, calling its practices in Sudan a barbaric policy that aims at terrorizing and annihilating civilians. The group called on the global community to designate the RSF as a terrorist entity. UN Humanitarian Chief Tom Fletcher expressed deep alarm at reports of civilian casualties and forced displacement in el-Fasher. He called for safe, rapid, and unimpeded humanitarian access to the population that remained. Prior to the assault on October 26th, the UN Children's Agency reported that el-Fasher was home to 260,000 civilians, of whom around 130,000 were children caught in dire circumstances. As of October 27th, the UN's International Organization for Migration indicated that over 26,000 individuals had abandoned their residences, seeking refuge in the surrounding rural regions and the already strained town of Tawila. In another part of the country over the weekend, RSF fighters unleashed chaos in the town of Bara, located in the central Kordofan region. This violent outbreak resulted in the deaths of at least 47 individuals, among whom were 9 women, the Sudan Doctor Network said. The Rapid Support Forces, or the RSF, emerged from the infamous Janjaweed Arab militias that inflicted severe violence on the Sudanese population during the Darfur conflict in the 2000s. The ongoing war has resulted in the deaths of more than 40,000 individuals and has led to the most severe humanitarian crisis in the world, with certain regions of the country, such as the el-Fasher area, experiencing widespread famine. More than 14 million people have been displaced from their homes. According to reports from the UN and various human rights organizations, the conflict has been characterized by horrific acts, including killings driven by ethnic hatred and sexual violence. The International Criminal Court has announced that it is conducting investigations into suspected war crimes and crimes against humanity.